Hello friends, I wanted to tell you about something kind of weird and interesting and good that has happened in my life, just in case it might be able to happen in your own life. So recently, for those of you who don't know, I have a Patreon, and my Patreon is something that I use to connect with my fans and my friends. And recently, Patreon sent me an email and it said, hey, for being a Patreon creator, we're going to give you a free month of this thing called Skillshare. And I was like, what is Skillshare? Never heard of it, but it's free. I'm going to do it. So I go and I look at the classes and they're actually really interesting, like plenty of classes that seem like something I'd want to take, like how to become a DJ, how to do day trading. But then I see this group of classes called how to be more productive, how to find your creative calling, how to, price yourself as a freelancer, just a lot of classes that actually seem really interesting to me. So I decided to take one that seems pretty short, and it's about how to be more productive. Because one of the things I suffer from is, as a freelancer with all these different projects, I feel like I'm not really great at being productive. So I took this course, and at first I'm kind of like, this is such a stupid waste of my time. I literally do everything this guy is suggesting. I mean, even small little things like if something is done on my to-do list, I cross it off. If I am not going to work on it, I squiggle a line through it. If I'm moving it to tomorrow, I draw a line with an arrow. Like literally, I do the exact techniques this guy's recommending to me. So this is a waste of my time, I thought. And then he recommended two things that I'd never heard of before, and that actually ended up changing my life, and well, so far, right? And one was this app called Todoist, and one was he mentioned a technique called the Pomodoro technique. Anyway, and then also he said to categorize your days, to give your days a theme, each day of the week having a theme for you to work on. And just these little things, man, the difference they have made. So Todoist, at first, it's like a project management system. And when I first saw that, I said, well, I've used Trello many times. I used Trello when I had a website, Nerdy But Flirty. I used Trello for my old podcast. Trello is a great way to see like when there's something to do and to see that it's been done, and then to move it once it is done. Like visually, I find it really great for working with teams to have a quick glance to see what's going on. So first I thought, I don't need to download this new app Todoist. I already have Trello. It does the same thing. I should just do Trello. But Bailey, mommy's trying to make a vlog. But I have a pattern in my life. And this actually, today is when I realized I have this pattern. Bailey, can mommy do her vlog? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna have to ignore Bailey. He thinks I'm talking to him, I think. When I have a choice between something I have done before and something I've not done before, I almost always choose the thing I have not done before. Because in my mind, I tell myself, well, I can always go back to the thing that I've done. For example, deciding to move to Los Angeles instead of New York after graduating college. Deciding to pursue pro wrestling when I was doing social media. So anytime I have an opportunity, and the opportunity is between something I've done and something I haven't done, I almost always choose the thing I have not done. So this happened again. I said, well, if I don't like it, I know Trello, so I can go back to Trello. I should try this Todoist thing. Guys, I have to say, I love Todoist. This is not an ad. They are not paying me. It's really satisfying to hit that little button when something is done and hear the boop as it goes away into nothingness. Ooh, I love it. Also, I tried this guy's thing of theming my days and putting every single thing I have to do on a Todoist. From everything from work-related things like I need to schedule these posts on this, that, this, and this, and this, to like I need to do the cat litter every day. I need to clean the cat water fountain once a week. I need to read some articles and educate myself. Really getting what he said is get everything out of your brain and get it onto paper or this app so that you're not using your brain for storage. And that's when I realized something, the thing that is changing my life. I'm not unproductive. I am not an unproductive person. I get so much done throughout the day. The problem is I am doing entirely too many things. I am actually not suffering from a lack of productivity. I'm suffering because I'm trying to do too many different projects at the same time, and just scheduling things. Okay, I didn't get it done today, I'm just going to move it till tomorrow. So this is where his theming came back in. Instead of, okay, I want to research whether I should move my website from Shopify to WooCommerce, and every day I just keep pushing that back. It's annoying the crap out of me. Well, now, because I've categorized and themed my days, I have a day that is all about research and learning new things. So now, instead of just moving that task to the next day, I will move that task to next week on my learning day. This little change is helping me get so much more things done that were like, because basically what I'm doing is I'm doing things to survive. The most important things, the things that give me money, so my real life, my job, my company, my wrestling company that I run, the social media job that I have, and Patreon. And I'm just focusing on those things because they pay me. And so I'm not doing any of the other things I want to work on. I'm not expanding, I'm not growing, because I'm kind of in survival mode. I have so many things to do that I'm just getting those things done. Well, now that I have this technique and I'm theming off my days, I know it doesn't matter. Thursday is the day I learn things, damn it. And that's what I've been doing. And I've been taking so many more classes in Skillshare. I've learned so much. I've been trying new techniques. Another thing that really actually worked for me is the Pomodoro technique. I know that sounds silly if you speak, I think, Italian, because I'm pretty sure that means tomato. Anyway, the technique is you figure out how many tomatoes a task is, and you do these tomatoes. And when you're not on a tomato, you get a break. So the example I will use is I have a monthly report I do every month where I gather all of the social analytics for this company that I do the social media for. And this report takes me an entire day. And sometimes I procrastinate, so it takes 2 days, right? It's so long. I book off like a whole day for this report. I decided to use the Pomodoro technique, which I learned about mostly through Todoist, I think. It turns out, so the Pomodoro technique, sorry, let me explain it. 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of rest, 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of rest. And eventually at the end, you get like a longer period of rest. I can't remember exactly. Y'all, it took me 1 hour to do this report. 1 hour. Going from a day's work to 1 hour? Do you understand? It's because it really worked for my brain. It forced me every time I'd start to do something to get distracted, like, oh, I forgot to put the kettle on. Oh, let me just check on this thing real quick on the internet. Oh, I'm already on Twitter because I'm doing a report. Let me just look at this other. No. Every time I'd start to do that, I'd look at that clock and be like, oh, I just have a few more minutes. Let me just focus because I'm going to get this 5-minute break and I can do anything I want. And during the 5-minute breaks, I got on my phone, I played Merge Dragons, I had a great time, I relaxed, and then boom, back to my 25-minute sprint. And it literally, this day-long report was reduced to an hour simply by the Pomodoro technique. So there's tons of other techniques that they have both on Skillshare and actually on Todoist. They have a bunch of articles with these different productivity techniques. So again, this is not paid, this is not an advertisement, but if you work from home, if you freelance, if you have these different projects you're trying to get done, I highly recommend you try Todoist and then research which one of these types of techniques might work for you and give some of them a try, because it's really changing my life and I'm much improved, I'm more focused, and I'm actually taking time to play video games again. For those of you who know me for a while, I used to play video games a lot, and then I stopped playing video games. And part of the reason I stopped playing video games, one, my brain broke during all the riots in 2020 because I got too sad. And also then I started to feel like I couldn't play games because I hadn't gotten enough work done in the day. So I didn't deserve to play games. I didn't deserve to read a book. I should be working. And so now that I'm using Todoist, I'm getting so much done in a day that I'm like, time for your break, time for you to have some fun and to relax. And so gaming has come back into my life. Anyway, this is not, okay, I said that this was not a sale video, but I just realized I actually think I have a referral link for Skillshare. It doesn't really do anything because Skillshare is, I think it's free for the first month. But what it will do is if you decide to keep it past a month, it will give you like $50 off. So I will post that in the link. And then Todoist is free. Yeah, as long as you only need 5 projects, which I've divided into like my work, my Patreon, my wrestling company, my personal life. And then I have this one little bonus one that I use for my daily themes. So if you only want to do 5 projects, Todoist is also totally free. So yeah, I hope this was helpful to you because I'm kind of mind blown. I'm having a nice time and I'm getting things done. So anyway, hopefully I'm going to do more vlogs. All right, bye.